Boobs. Boobs, 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 boobs. Boobs, 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 also boobs. This week's guest on Not Too Deep is my good friend Jarrett Sleeper. He was in the Fine Brothers scripted series My Music with me. He played metal with the crazy hair, and he's just been a really great friend that I feel like I've lived 1,000 lifetimes with, and has become quickly one of my favorite guests on Not Too Deep. We had a really wonderful conversation, and this segment that you're about to see is maybe one of my favorite moments from all of Not Too Deep history. Jarrett was tasked with answering the silly and somewhat simple question, what would you do if you woke up as a woman for the day? Check out this answer. We're here with Jarrett Sleeper today. How would you describe yourself? I think you're a Renaissance man of entertainment.
Keep that coming. What else you got?
Jarrett and I met each other on an original series created by the Fine Brothers called My Music. That show was super fun.
It was a very life-changing thing for me.
Was it?
Think about it. Yeah. Because like prior to that, I was like, I don't know. I thought YouTube was only cat videos.
Right.
Now I understand it's only 90%.
Yeah.
I was just like, banging around. I'd do like shows. I was doing theater. I'd do stuff here and there. I was a butcher. I was like, owned a shop. They were all lesbians.
Right.
My lesbros. And
because you're
lesbros. They're my family. Yeah.
They're his lesbros.
That combined with like 6 months later, making that first, I made like a viral video. And it was
What was it? How to pick
up a girl at the gym.
Yeah. What do you think is the best place for someone to find a mysterious piece of ham?
Like finding $20 in your pocket, like right out of the dryer, so it's warm. I'm thinking of very high quality ham. I'm thinking like a Virginia ham or a nice prosciutto.
I'm assuming a slice because
like
my first thing I thought was inside the CD tray of your iMac.
Who's got a CD tray, dude?
You just aged yourself. Were you born before the 90s? Gross.
When you sign online, does it sound like?
You guys are bullying me.
This is emotional violence.
If you suddenly found yourself turned into a woman, how would you spend your day?
I feel like it's weird to talk about like gender stuff because there's so much like propriety around it now about talking about like, and because I have no interest in making light of any like
of course
that kind of stuff because I really believe in it. But like I think masculine and feminine is like a weird thing that we are uncomfortable talking about because it's so politicized and we think it means like man and woman.
Sure.
But it's like a yin yang thing.
And it's also like an energy thing too.
An energy thing in a big way.
Yeah.
And I feel like the way I emotionally process and experience life and the kind of sensitivities I have and the way I pay attention to people.
Skew more feminine.
It always has felt like I'm like a lady inside. Like very much like not even... I just feel like a woman, but also I think about this all the time, like the true self and the vessel. And I'm not too deep. But I also have this male body. And the male body comes with all its own chemicals and stuff that like are undeniably masculine.
Yes.
And so it creates this great identity strangeness and interaction with the world and how you're received and how you act.
This is actually something I'm really curious about because I've been talking a lot with people about the masculine and feminine energies, and a lot of intercouple like relationship issues come from the idea that one person is supposed to have a masculine energy and one person's supposed to have a female, and when it's not necessarily balanced that way, when the other person that's supposed to have female has more masculine qualities, there's like this underlying tension.
Growing up, there's a lot of like gender bias stuff in our culture. Traditionally masculine qualities. This is why feminism is an important thing, is because like feminism is about it being okay for anybody to experience feminine qualities and understand the strengths in those. And I always thought like there's this complaint that masculine qualities are good ones. Like saying like, if you're a boy, you're like leadership. Like if you're bossy, you're a bitch. If you're a girl, and if you're bossy, you're a guy, you're like a leader. Things that boys are rewarded for: strength, aggression, competitiveness, like being smart or clever. Like all that stuff. The way our capitalist society is set up is like that's what you're rewarded for. And so it's like a negative thing not to let women have that experience either. Whereas women are traditionally encouraged and rewarded for being pretty and gentle and soft and grateful and kind and caring and all those things. But for me, I was like, I would always get so upset when I was a kid. I didn't want to. I longed for someone to just say that I would consider me beautiful, or appreciate a sensitivity in me, or something like that.
Something more emotionally driven.
It just never resonated, like beating people, or beating the system, getting great scores, or being like all that stuff. I was like, I would extrapolate it out and be like, that's what makes the world shitty.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff, the rat race and beating and winning and all this stuff that like power of that kind. And the stuff that was like, I was since a child, I was raised in museums a little bit. Like art was like beauty. Beauty is like probably my overarching virtue.
Okay.
And not like, you know, beauty in the real sense of beauty. Like beauty can be ugly and strange and specific and bizarre. But like, you know?
So let's rephrase the question.
So I very much feel like a woman inside. I just play with my tits is the answer to the question.
That's all we were trying to get at.
I just masturbate like crazy.
That was a long walk to that answer.
So make sure that you listen to the full podcast if you would like on SoundCloud and iTunes, and follow Jarrett across social media platforms. And I'll see you next time. I don't know.
You can't get context of how big they are when they're together because they all look normal to each other.
It's like watching basketball.
Yes, exactly.
It's like, I have no context for basketball.
Right.
Like, they're all enormous. Like, you forget, like, I can never dunk.
No, not at all.
You know, and they're all just like, no problem.
Yeah.